What's up, guys? I'm your host Reanimos, and welcome back to Interactive Horror Stories. Now, if you watched the video I uploaded before, which was the hell did I just play? The Don't Go Outside demo, and you see me wearing the same clothing, the same kind of disheveled appearances because that video was so short. I decided to kind of do another one for you guys today, trying to get my videos up there for you guys to enjoy. Now, in the last video, I covered the doll. I kind of read it in my own voice after thinking about it. I'm going to try to do voices for you guys to make this a little bit more interesting. But like I said, I haven't seen these yet, so I don't know who to encounter. So I'm going to try to read it as fast as I can and see if there's any voices that I can do. So in this video, I'm going to cover After Funeral. Now, hopefully, I'm thinking the description said there's multiple endings for one. I don't know if there's like a good one, a good one, and a bad one. The doll was kind of, you could see, was kind of cut and dry. You can see what direction I could have went in one way, and one direction that you saw the options for. You could have definitely went a different direction. If you guys seen it, please go back. I'll put it in there for you guys to check out. There's always a link in the description below for this game. So with that, welcome to After Funeral. After Funeral is a modern gothic horror story that takes place 3 days after your son's burial. You receive messages in your computer. Those claim to be sent by your son's soul. He says that he wants to be with you once again, and he asks you to do 4 things in order to be resurrected. Will you believe in the messages? So that is a description for After Funeral. Let's play. You used to be a father. Having suffered loss after a birth, you are always still a father, or a mother for that matter. Don't let anybody tell you any different. But back to the story. It has been 3 days since your son, Jonathan White, was buried in the graveyard of the local church. He was 8 years old. He had golden hair and blue eyes, just like the beloved man in the song Carpenter's song, Close to You. Since your wife passed away giving birth to Jonathan, and since he has been your everything, he's now your angel. And now he's gone. He died on a snowy winter morning. You had gone to market, leaving him alone at home. When you arrived at home, you found Jonathan lying on the bed, motionless. His face was covered with his pillow choked. Police couldn't find any trace of trespassing. You clearly remember the solemn moments of Jonathan's funeral. In fact, you try to forget, but the details are in front of your eyes and they won't go away. The priest had intoned psalms and prayers, those you are not so familiar with. You are not so religious. While the lifeless body of your son laid in the church, his feet were turned to the east. He is wearing black suits and shiny shoes. His skin was pale. He was way too young for all of this. Anybody uses. You wished it was you lying there instead of him, and any grieving parent will always tell you the same. No parent should ever have to bury their child. Like the day Jonathan died, it's a snowy day in all of Ohio. There are 3 inches of snow outside. It's 1400 now, which means 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You are a writer who has been on the writer's block since that day. Your favorite word processor is open in the computer. The screen is blank. You haven't written anything for a long time. There are cigarette butts in the ashtray, and your black hot coffee is in your black cup off your work table. You chain smoke and consume a lot of coffee nowadays. Dealing with grief. That was scary. This is silent, and yes, the little sounds get you because you're reading the story and you're trying to get into it. All right, let's open the door. You open the door. It's Bob, your neighbor and friend. You had drunk beers and had a barbecue with him for several times. Bob is a nice guy. He is overweight, has short black hair and no facial hair. He wears a dark blue jacket and a black beanie. Hey, how are you? I wanted to ask you how you've been. Let's lie. A lot of people in grief will always lie. I am fine. Bob believes you lie. It is good that you're doing better, fam. Everyone knows you losing a kid is a hard process, but I'm sure you will get over it. You are a strong man. No one gets over the death of a child. Bob continues, I'm going to go to the market now. Do you need anything? You remember that you are out of cigarettes. Continue to be kind. Actually, saying no and thank you is very kind because you believe you're going to be a burden on somebody else. No, thank you. Okay, see you later. You say goodbye to Bob, then he goes. You close the door and sit back down on your work table. You look at a computer screen that should have been blank, but no, it is not blank. Something is written. Daddy, I miss you. Shout. Jonathan? After you shout your deceased son's name, new letters appear in a form of reply. Yes, it's me. You are not a computer engineer, but you know that it is not possible to hack someone's computer and put a prank on him if the computer is online. Not possible. That it is possible. Your computer is connected with an Ethernet cable. Pull the Ethernet cable. You crouch down and try to pull out the Ethernet cable from your computer. You expect nothing else will be written, but no, you are wrong. I am in the computer. How is this possible, Jonathan? Good Lord said that I should be together with you. He said I love you, and you love me, so he sent me back. Oh? I'm so afraid, Daddy. It's cold and dark. I am so cold here. Please bring me back. Do you want to see me once again? Let's go yes. 5 candles and wait for midnight. Bye for now, Daddy. You've only got one candle at home. You normally use the candle when electricity is gone, so you don't need more than one candle. What will you do? Buy a candle from the market or ask Bob? Let's ask Bob. You wear your long beige coat and black leather boots. You walk to Bob's house and ring the bell. After 10 seconds, Bob opens the door. Hey, what's up? I need 4 candles. Sure, I got plenty of them. Why do you need them, may I ask? I'd rather not tell. Very well. Let me bring the candles. He goes in the kitchen. He returns with the 4 candles in his hands. There you go. You think him next. I don't know an Ohioan accent. I apologize. An Ohioan accent. Yeah, Ohio. People from Ohio. I don't have no idea what their accent is. I'm just going with what Bob would say in my head. You take the candles and then return home. You thank him. At home, you wait in front of your monitor. Nothing happens till midnight. A new message appears on the screen. I'm back, Daddy. Did you bring the candles? Yes. Good. Let me explain how you can bring me back. Go to the cemetery. Dig my grave. Bring my coffin home. Okay. We shall speak again once you bring my coffin. This is weird. You know this is insane to do, but you get prepared to go out outside. You wear your coat and get outside your home. It's snowing like hell, an interpretation of hell. Outside, the sky has a bright purple color, illuminating the night with the help of a full moon behind the clouds. You get in and start your car. The street and roads are empty. It is only you outside in the hour of the night. It doesn't take long to arrive to the church and its graveyard. The graveyard is covered in snow and gray mist. No lights come from the church. Either nobody is inside or the priest is sleeping. That's good. You can't be seen while digging your son's grave. You find the graves of your son and wife. Jonathan White was buried next to his mother. There's an unoccupied area next to them. You will be buried there when your time comes. You search for a shovel. You find one in about 10 minutes. You are ready to dig the grave. Let's dig the grave. You start digging Jonathan's grave. After 6 feet of digging, you reach a little wooden coffin. You climb down, carry the coffin up. After that, you climb up and carry the dirty coffin to your car's back seat. You've never done something this bizarre before. After you reach home, you get off your car and carry the coffin home. Luckily, nobody is around. You drag the coffin to your living room center. You don't care about the floor getting dirty with all the soil. Thank you, Daddy, gets written on the screen. Now put the candles around my coffin, like a star. I know where this is going. That doesn't sound good. But let's keep going down the rabbit hole. Now you carefully place the candles around the coffin, making it a star of a center. You light them with your lighter. Now read these aloud, Daddy. A lonely goat on a mountain. He is thirsty for humanly love and affection. How shall give him water? Read aloud. You read the lines. A lonely goat is on the mountain. He is thirsty for humanly love and affection. I shall give him water. And the coffin starts to shake. The coffin's lid gets open slowly. You see Jonathan opening the lid and raising up. His skin is pale, almost white. You can smell the rot upon his undead corpse. He is wearing the black suit you couldn't forget. He stands on his feet and smiles at you. Then he steps outside the coffin, away from you, without saying anything. And then he does something you wouldn't expect from the dead. He dances. He dances with joy. After half a minute, he stops dancing, stares at you. His eyes are still blue. Take me in your arms, Daddy. Take me to the bathroom. I want to show you something. It is impossible not to obey what he says. You feel it in his presence dominating the room, overwhelming you, and it's possible to say no. Impossible to say no. You crouch down and take him to your arms. You carry him to the bathroom. You bring him to the dark bathroom. You turn the light on and get horrified with what you see in the mirror. The boy's reflection is different. His skin is burnt like coal. Jonathan had an innocent, handsome face, but the face you see is so far from being pleasant. It's like a really old man's face, who is very ugly. He has no hair. I always wanted a daddy like you, says the eldritch abomination you hold in your arms. Oops. The end. There are 2 possible endings. Okay. Alright. Now I'm going to go back and see what happens if we do some different choices. Let's play. I'm going to keep skipping until we get to choices. There's the doorbell. It's not opening the door. But you don't respond. It's probably Bob, your neighbor and friend. You feel an urge to wash your face despite the cold day, and your face somehow got sweaty. After washing your face, you look in the reflection in the mirror. You notice that your eyes got red, mostly because of crying and sleeplessness. You use sleeping pills, but they don't always work. So you're back to your work table. You look at the blank screen that should be zero. Alright, so talking to Bob really doesn't do much, except for getting cigarettes. I might go back to that. Daddy, I missed you. Let's turn off the computer. You turn the computer and the monitor screen goes black. Then nothing appears on the screen. You don't find anything to write in your novel. And you don't need to turn on the computer once again. And yes, it's also the text assure you. You don't experience anything super for today. At night, you take your pills to fall asleep. You're having a vivid dream. Wow. This is taking an interesting turn. You see Jonathan in a garden with green grass and colorful flowers. He runs around with happiness and angels. There are white-dressed angels around him. Everyone is smiling. You're not part of this dream. Jonathan doesn't see you, but you're still content on seeing him happy in his Eden. He is always a benevolent boy after all. He deserves to go to heaven. You look at the sound of the doorbell. The door rings bell. You take a look at the clock. It's 10 a.m. You wear your slippers outside the door. It's Bob. Hello, I need to show you something. He holds a newspaper in his hand, and there's an anxiety on his face. To take the paper. It's Ohio's local newspaper. Another kid choked to death. Officers are investigating the curious case of repeated deaths of kids in the state. Yesterday night, a 6-year-old boy, Kevin Madison, was found dead in his bed by his parents. His face was covered by a pillow. What makes this interesting for officers is this is the 7th time a boy died this way this month in Ohio. Recently, 8-year-old Jonathan White also died from pillows in his face. Sheriff Wolcott states that his find the recent events quite interesting. The end. Okay. Not the ending I was expecting, but that is it. I'm Ranimos. Thank you for watching. That was After Funeral. You can find a link in the description below from Game Jolt. I'm sure to do more. If you like, please like, subscribe for more. Leave a comment if you like. Please ring the bell for notifications when I upload again. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one.